Hey guys, I hope you're all having a great day today so far. Today I wanted to just talk about something very important today, and it's gonna be an unedited video today. I am not gonna edit this down because I just want to sit here and talk about something very important. Before I start talking about it, there's something that happened yesterday while I was live streaming, which has caused me to make this video, and I'm gonna give you guys context. And of course, if those of you guys that were there by the end of the stream, yesterday, you guys will know what I'm about to talk about. So, let's talk about scammers. That's the whole point of this video. People trying to scam or steal information. I want to kind of spread a message and let you all know that you all need to be careful out here because, you see, yesterday, right? Not last night. Yesterday, it was like in the middle of the day for me. I don't know. It could be different for you guys because a lot of you guys have different time zones, but I was streaming and I was playing some Smash Bros because I was like, I want to play some Super Smash Bros Ultimate. It's been a while. I had to go to work later that day anyways, or like shortly after I live streamed, right? So I was like, well, I don't have like a ton of time to be able to sit here and invest a lot of time into a game. So I was like, I'm just gonna sorry about that. Someone came into the room, but as I was saying, uh these types of people, always try to scam people for money or information or like steal information. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. I was live streaming yesterday, playing Smash Bros. Because I was, wanting to really play some Smash Bros. Again. I had to go to work, so I couldn't really invest a lot of time into going into like a game, right? Into a new game and starting to play through the story mode, all that stuff, right? Or not even story mode, but just playing through the game. Whatever, right? So by the end of the live stream, I'd already been playing for some time, and I was like, hey, I honestly have you know, been having a pretty good time, enjoying talking to the chat, even though there's like like only a handful of people that were talking, even though a good number of people were joining. Um, After that, this guy came in, right? And it was this guy pretending to be this super popular Smash Bros. Player, which I didn't even know who he was. By the way, he was like one of the best Zero Suit Samus players like ever, apparently. But anyways, this guy that came in, he was pretending to be that guy, and he said this. He came to the chat and he's like, "Yeah, I put a link to my channel in the chat. It'll take you to my channel. Don't go to my channel any other way." And I was like, "Huh, that's kind of strange." And luckily, for me and everyone else in that chat in that stream is you see, YouTube doesn't allow people to put, links in chat, which is great because the link didn't show up. So I was so confused. I was like, "What link?" And then I thought about it and I was like, "Man, why is he only telling us to click the link to get to his channel and only only click it, don't go to his channel any other way?" And it clicked, right? And I was like, "My God, this guy's trying to like scam us or steal our information by making us click this link." So immediately I was like, "Hey buddy, we're not clicking this link." And luckily this link never showed up because links don't show up in my live stream chats. Thank God, because who knows if there would have been someone in the chat, right, that would have just decided to be like, "Oh, this guy put a link, I'm gonna click on it," and get their information stolen, get their accounts hacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what this guy was really trying to do? And I was in there, and I think it was Slick City and I, which you guys have seen him, comment here on some of my videos or be in my live streams. So, I'm gonna point him out here because he was there with me when this happened, and him and I, we're kind of talking to the dude, and we both figured out that this guy was pretending to be someone, and that, Slick City actually found out that the guy he was pretending to be was actually a very real person, and that guy had like what, like thousands of subscribers, while this guy had only like 7 subscribers and had some random videos. And I decided, you know what, this guy is, definitely trying to scam us or steal information, trying to hack our accounts. So I was like, no, I don't appreciate this being in my chat. So I decided to go in and I clicked hide user, which what that does is it makes it so that he can't comment on the videos anymore. He can still watch the content, and he could put down comments, sure, but his comments will never show up to anyone else but him. So what's gonna happen is like this guy is just not gonna be allowed to be in any comment section or leave any comments or anything ever again, which is good because this guy was really trying to do something, bad, and who knows how many people he's probably already scammed, like he probably has already scammed other people, and that's not cool, and I'm here to make this video to point out that if you guys ever see anyone, go online and tell you to click a link, or to tell you to go to their YouTube channel by clicking a link, and not, to get to it any other way, just like click the link, like they really want you to click the link, and if you don't know who they are, do not click the link. Make sure to never click any links that you don't know it's from. If you don't know these people and they're sending you a link, do not click it. Do not trust these people. Do not give people your information. And I know a lot of you guys can be like, oh, I know, I'm not that dumb, but I'm just making sure, that just in case people actually don't realize what they're trying to do, because there are a lot of younger people getting on the internet and that don't understand how these things work, and I want to just kind of put this out there to be like, hey, you guys need to be careful, because these people are really trying to do some stuff out here, steal accounts, steal information, you know, do all this other stuff, maybe even try to scam people for money, who knows? Like, people are always doing all this crazy stuff, and trying to hurt others, even though, obviously it's very wrong to do so, and I don't understand why people would ever do such a thing. Those people that do those kinds of things are just losers, let's be honest. Like, those kinds of people are just not good people, and they're not welcomed here. Or anywhere else, honestly. Those people should not be welcomed anywhere. Because those people are, going after what? Younger kids, right? That don't know any better, and that's wrong. You know? Because yes, most of us that are older, that have been on the internet for a while, we understand these things. We know how these things go, how they work. But of course, people will always try and go after younger people because they don't know any better. And obviously they won't know what's up unless we warn them and put this kind of message out there, because people are always, gonna try and steal your information. Like, and it's not even just on YouTube. Like, if you guys have social media of any kind, which I feel like a lot of people are too young to have social media, but a lot of people do have it anyways, just be careful. If your accounts are public, people will try to, send a message to you, put like a message request, and they'll be like, hey, click this link, or they'll talk to you and be like, hey, do you have like a PayPal, or just some sort of form of payment, right? And they'll try and ask you to send money to try and scam you. Don't listen to any of those people, because I've run into that several times too, where I had this one guy account one of my friends' accounts, and they're like, hey, I need money for this person, or like for my sister, and I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a sister? And they're like, oh, sorry, I meant my mom, right? Or like they'll just say some random stuff to try and get you to send them money, right? And they're not very smart about it either. You can definitely like tell most of the time. But a lot of people are always trying to, scam people out of money, or try to click links to steal their information, like I said, to hack their accounts, because there have been people that I've known that have clicked the link and then boom, account's been hacked. And, people, they'll start texting all the other people that account follows, and, after the account's hacked and all this other stuff. And it happens a lot. It really does. And just, I just really want to say, like, it just doesn't happen only on YouTube. Happens to social media like Instagram, Facebook, probably even Twitter as well. Maybe even, I'm pretty sure TikTok. I mean, TikTok's the biggest platform. I'm assuming people are always trying to do some scummy stuff on there. Because obviously, let's be honest, most people, especially younger kids, are on TikTok. Let's be honest. Like, how many, like, younger kids do you really think, or, like, know, have Instagram? Or have, like, a Facebook, right? Or even a Twitter, right? Like, most of them probably don't. So, TikTok, you gotta be aware, that people are trying to do stuff on there, so just be careful. Like just always, be cautious, especially around people that you don't know, because who knows what they're trying to do. So if you ever see a message request from someone that you have no idea who they are, or if you know they're trying to pretend to be someone else, just block them, ignore them, report them, of course, for them trying to scam people and trying to pretend to be someone else. Like, definitely do so. So, yeah, just just do all those kinds of things to stay safe, because people will do whatever they can to try and steal from you. So be careful, try not to get your accounts hacked. Just always be cautious, and I did my best to try and keep people here safe, to pretty much made it so that guy can't have comments on here. At least comments that can't appear to everyone else. I mean, that guy can definitely still see the content, but, maybe he's even watching his video. Who knows? It doesn't matter, because that guy should, not be doing what he's doing. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I just really wanted to put that out there, and, pretty much make it known that people just need to be careful, because it can be pretty dangerous out here in the internet, and you don't want to get your accounts hacked or stolen, or any information stolen. Any personal information, because that could be, pretty dangerous to just you in general. But, yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, though, you guys. I just really wanted to put this message out there, because obviously someone yesterday in my live stream tried to, scam us or, like, steal our information. And luckily it didn't work out. For them, anyways. Which is good, because at least everyone was able to stay safe. I made it so that they can't leave comments, or people can't see their comments, whatever. Hiding user, whatever that does. You can't really fully block people on YouTube. But I did the best that I could. And I reported him. And so did Slick City. So yeah. That's all I just really wanted to say, just put that out there. So just be careful, guys, okay? Anyways, like I said, that's gonna be it for this video, though, you guys. If you guys make this far into the video, I hope all of you guys enjoyed, and thank you all for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and be safe out there, everyone. Goodbye, guys.